Hi, love you by the way. So I indeed started singing in 2021, which is not that long ago. Still can't believe we're 2024 now, but okay. Actually, my first note that I sang for myself that I didn't post or anything was December 2020. And then I just kept quiet for a while. I was like, yeah, that was fun, not that big of a deal. I didn't make a big deal out of it. But in June, I think it was June 11th, 2021, indeed, I posted a first tease of a first song that I wrote. I had been practicing singing covers of other artists between that, but then I wrote my first song. And then I posted it. I think the first one was Never, which became part of my Ever album after that. But yeah, to get back to the question, what got you into singing and why did you continue? I don't really know how to explain it. I just think, I can remember when I started singing, in 2021. I just remember feeling a whole weird and new door open to me. I can't explain because I never grew up as a kid or as a teen singing in my room, singing in the shower, singing along with music that I loved, because I always loved music a lot, but I never sang along or anything. So this was really something new and crazy to me, and I just got into it. And from that moment on that I posted my first songs, I got a lot of positive feedback that I didn't expect, because I think I was always too shy to sing. To me, singing is something really personal, and I think it was always something that I was scared of rather than that I enjoyed it. So I never tried, I never got into it, but once I did, in 2021, I got really excited for it, and I was like, this is really cool. I want to explore this and see where it goes. So that's when I started writing more lyrics. Obviously they weren't my best. I was learning, just figuring out this whole passion, but it definitely grew into something I love doing, and I still do to this day. So still pretty crazy, everything that happened. Yeah. No, not at all. That is still something crazy to me, and still some people in my personal life don't know it. Well, my family knows, obviously, but I never involved them too much into it. I basically just started and got everything done by myself. I was just yeah, I'm gonna start writing. And once I was I need a studio, I need professional equipment, I was just I'm gonna buy it. My parents didn't know, for example, until I released my first song on platforms, which is right now. And by then I already had my whole studio and my stuff and my softwares and everything. So I basically took care of myself a little bit. I just did it, And that is also the message my first official single right now is trying to tell. It is don't wait any longer. Don't make a to-do list or a reminder on doing something you want in the future. The moment to do it is right now. So just go for it. Follow your dreams, do what you want to do. That's the meaning, the concept of the song. And I thought that was really fitting for a first song, because that's literally what I did. I was just I discovered singing and I was like, I like this. This might be my new thing. I was just like, it's just a new hobby. But then I started taking it like more serious. And then I was just like, I'm going to go for it. As soon as I got the opportunity to release official music, I was like, yeah, it's a yes for me. I just love that the possibilities are endless. Like, I've always been like a person that has a lot of creativity, and I love being busy with my head and my hands, like in a creative way. Like, I'm very into art and all that kind of stuff. I did get that from my family. Like, my grandparents are artists. Grandparents before that got art pieces in museums and stuff. Like, yeah, it's like it was kind of a big deal in our family, but no one ever did something like this. Like, my dad is really into music. He was a DJ, and he still does, like, in his free time. Like, he has vinyls and he mixes stuff, and it's really cool. He actually has like a small studio at home too, at his home. So like the music and the interest in music, and I think the feeling for rhythm and sound and keys and what fits well together, just the passion of feeling music, I think I got that from my dad. But I also started singing and making music just without him knowing. I was just like, yeah, why not? Now I definitely like include him a little bit more when I make a new song. I'm like, yo, listen to this demo. Is it good? Do the keys sound right to you? Because I feel like we both hear these things, and sometimes his opinion really helps me if I need to do like a key change or something like that, But he's very excited about it, which is really cute and sweet. And yeah, that's definitely a special part of it. But like the thing that actually got me shook when I started making music, like wrote my first songs, just the feeling and knowing that the possibilities are endless, basically like a blank canvas, like a painting. Music is just like that. I'm like, I can make anything I want. Like, I can create a beat, an instrumental. There's so many instruments to choose from, so many sounds, vocal beats. Like, you can do, like, your voice is an instrument too. You can do so much with it. And this whole thing was so crazy to me. I was like, I can make sounds. Like, I can make any sound I want, and I can write something and say whatever I want, and that just was insane to me. And then the part of making people hear it is something that I really love now that I'm releasing official music. But that is definitely not the thing that I originally did it for, because I never could predict and know that I would release official music one day. So yeah, what I originally did it for is just because I love the feeling, and I did have an Instagram. I was like, why not share it? Who cares? Not that big of a deal. But the feeling that I got sitting in my room and just recording stuff on my phone with no microphone and not anything, and just writing things in my notes and making drawings and sketches of an idea, that was definitely the best thing about creating music. Everything that came after, I'm just very blessed for. I'm very thankful for, which is like definitely something amazing that I'm very excited for these days too. My favorite part of creating the Choose Your Characters album, my debut album, is definitely that I feel like I'm still very free in what I can do with it. Because I haven't necessarily, like with my singles I've released, I haven't necessarily set down a genre and a style that like is iconic for my music. I feel like I will have to get deeper into that at some point to make like a mark, or how do you say it, like just make my music recognizable for people. Like people can recognize you on your voice, obviously, but also like at some point I want people to hear a song and be like, oh, that's from that album and that's from that era. Oh, that sounds like her in her first years or something, you know? So I definitely want that to be a thing. I want to create more my own thing and my own signature style at some point. But the thing now is that I'm still looking for that, and I'm exploring different genres and styles and different themes and stories and subjects. And I feel like the Choose Your Characters era and the Choose Your Characters album is very open and free, and it has a variation in everything, because I still want to talk to as many people as I can and attract as many people as I can with like different things, because everyone has like, you know, styles and genres they like more than others, which is very normal. I also listen to other music than others probably, but I want it to be very open and wide for now, and that's a good thing, I think. And that is also where like the title and the whole concept of the album comes into play a little bit. It's like choose whatever and whoever you want to be. Choose Your Characters basically gets back a bit to the game times, you know, old games when you have to choose your character, you know what I mean? Just choose who you want to be, what you want to go for, where are you gonna, what are you gonna continue with, and what do you stand for, and who are you? So that's also what the album, you know, tries to picture a little bit. It's like choose what you want to be. There's a lot of choice and a lot of styles and a lot of different stories. There's love songs in there, there's sad songs in there, there's like a bit of everything, and also the sounds are very different, so that I like. So in short, answer to the question is, what I most love about creating the Choose Your Characters album is that I felt free to do anything. I was like, that song is gonna be for that kind of person, that song is gonna be for that kind of person. Ooh, a person that just went to a breakup is gonna like relate to that a lot, and someone that is in love is gonna relate to that. Obviously, I'm not gonna put labels on that's your style, that's your style. That's the whole point. Like, there don't have to be labels. You can love everything, and this album will have a bit of everything, and I hope people will choose their favorites eventually, obviously, which is very fun, a fun thing to me too. I'm very curious to see who likes that song and who likes that song, and yeah. But there's something there for everything, and that I really like. I felt really free making this. Well, what is in store for 2024? Definitely a lot. I got a list from Katie Grace, my bestie, and biggest supporter. She wrote down a list, a to-do list for me. So I'm like, I better get to work. But like, there is definitely more than one thing on her list that is coming true this year. I'm not going to say how many things. Maybe it's just 2, maybe it's all of them, maybe it's half of the list. Who knows? But like, we all know, Choose Your Characters, the album release is going to be 1, because I confirmed that. So that's coming soon. But yeah. And I set a date for January 13th. So next Saturday, January 13th, 2024 is definitely an exciting date for me. And other than that, I can't say too much, because the year is still very long. So a lot can happen. And I am very excited to do a lot. and to make new things happen, which I'm very excited for. I can confirm that I'm gonna try to do some more live singing. Like, not necessarily on a big scale. I'm not someone that is like able to do tours and stuff right now, which is sad. Maybe one day, but who knows what happens this year, huh? But I just want to get on stage and get more comfortable on there, because I haven't done that a lot in my life yet. Obviously, I haven't sang much of my life yet, but I feel like I need to be more comfortable on a stage and in front of people and, you know, live singing before maybe one day, who knows, if I ever get the chance to go on tour and actually grow a lot more than I am right now. I don't want to be an artist that, you know, has never sang live or, you know, standing on a stage and all that kind of stuff. It's just something you need to have done before. So I definitely want to get into that. It will probably be very simple stuff, but just to start the growing process there, which is definitely something I'm excited for. And other than that, I can't say too much more. But thank you. I love answering these questions.